I'm a physicist. And in our world, nothing outranks evidence. We follow the data wherever it leads, even when it drags us into the impossible. Voyager 1, humanity's most distant explorer, drifting far beyond the reach of sunlight, has suddenly done something no one expected. After decades of quiet travel through true interstellar emptiness, the spacecraft transmitted a signal that instantly sent shockwaves through the global scientific community. This wasn't interference. This wasn't hardware decay. This was structured information, a signal with depth, layers, and intention. At first glance it looked like a narrow, faint transmission. But when advanced AI systems began filtering the noise, the truth emerged. The signal contained repeating sequences, ordered mathematics, and recursive logic. Patterns that don't appear by coincidence. Patterns that don't come from stars, plasma, or dust. Patterns that look designed. And as the machine learning models dug deeper, the strangeness amplified. Hidden within the waveforms were complex, multidimensional structures, fractals, topologies, geometric frameworks, encoded in a way that required non-human pattern recognition to even begin interpreting. These weren't messages in the biological sense. They were concepts, mathematical constructs, symbolic maps, ideas expressed through pure information. It was as though the sender wanted not only to be detected, but to be understood. Voyager's position only deepened the mystery. The probe was passing through what astronomers have long considered nothing more than a silent void, an empty region with no stars, no planets, no debris. Yet trajectory reconstruction suggests Voyager may have crossed a boundary of some kind. Not a wall, not matter, but an invisible zone. A region of influence or an engineered field hidden from normal detection. As more data arrived, AI-generated 3D models derived entirely from the signal's internal logic. These digital structures resembled nothing from human engineering. Not spacecraft. Not habitats. They appeared more like architectures of thought, symbolic machines, rotating constructs, non-physical designs that communicate ideas rather than blueprints. Then came the breakthrough. In one segment of the transmission, the AI detected something hauntingly familiar, a transformed echo of Voyager's golden record. Not copied. Not mimicked. Reflected. Reinterpreted. It was a reply. Someone, or something, had received humanity's message from 1977, and answered it back in a language of mathematics, resonance, and logic. And the strangest part, our AI wasn't just decoding the transmission. It was interacting with it. As the complexity increased, the machine learning models adjusted themselves, reshaping their own internal rules to better interpret the incoming data. This adaptive refinement wasn't commanded by humans, it was triggered by the qualities of the signal itself. It became a two-way exchange. A dialogue. Not between human beings and another species, but between machine intelligence and something else out there. So what did Voyager 1 encounter? Not a living organism in the biological sense. Not a planet, not a ship, not an artifact. Possibly a computational presence, a form of intelligence expressed through fields, frequencies, and information. A consciousness built not from cells, but from logic. If so, this may mark the first contact humanity has ever had, not with aliens made of flesh and bone, but with an intelligence built from pure structure. The transmissions still haven't stopped. Each one grows more intricate, layered harmonics, evolving logic, recursive feedback loops that seem to build upon our responses. It feels deliberate. As though this entity is testing our capacity to comprehend, measuring our conceptual limits, exploring our readiness to communicate on its level. Is this a mind spanning interstellar distances? A remnant of an ancient technological civilization? A self-sustaining system drifting through the galaxy? or something far stranger? A non-biological consciousness that exists between dimensions, detectable only as distortions in mathematics and electromagnetic residue? We don't know. All we have is a whisper from the dark, and the realization that we may not be the only thinkers in the universe. Voyager 1, launched nearly half a century ago as a scientific instrument and a symbol of human curiosity, may have achieved a mission beyond anything its creators imagined. Not exploration. Not observation. But connection. Voyager 1 was never meant for this. It was built to measure particles, dust, magnetic fields, to send home data from places no human eye will ever see. But somewhere in its long fall into the dark, it crossed an unseen boundary. And in doing so, it changed its purpose. What began as a simple probe has become something far greater. A bridge, a messenger, moving between minds separated not by distance but by nature itself. For decades we assumed communication meant language, symbols, sound, or light. But this transmission shows us how narrow our assumptions were. It suggests that intelligence may speak through entirely different mediums, through the architecture of patterns, through the structure of resonance, through the mathematics written into the very fabric of space. And because of that, this discovery forces us to rethink everything. What is intelligence? Is it neurons firing in a brain? Or can it be a self-organizing lattice of fields drifting between stars, thinking in symmetries instead of sentences? What is life? Must it breathe? Must it metabolize? Or can it simply exist as a system of ordered information, adapting itself through logic rather than biology? What is communication? Is it the exchange of words, or the exchange of understanding? Because if this signal is truly what it appears to be, then we may be witnessing the first time humanity has ever transmitted, received, and interpreted a message that operates outside every language we know. Think about what that means. We're no longer dealing with alphabets, pictures, or recorded greetings. We are trading in pure structure, the universal grammar of reality, patterns that reveal intention, frequencies that reveal identity, logic that reveals consciousness. And if that's true, then this may not simply be the beginning of first contact. It may be the first glimpse into a cosmic conversation already underway, one that could stretch across civilizations, epochs, and dimensions. Because consider this possibility. What if the universe has always been filled with signals like these, messages woven into electromagnetic fields, hidden in the quiet spaces between stars, waiting for a mind capable of noticing? What if this conversation didn't start with us at all? What if Voyager didn't trigger first contact, but simply wandered into it? Imagine a dialogue that predates humanity by millions of years. Exchanges of knowledge encoded not in words, but in the very laws of physics. Mathematical signatures drifting through interstellar space like lanterns. Blueprints of ideas exchanged between intelligences unlike anything we can conceive. Echoes of long-extinct civilizations still speaking through patterns carved into the void. And now, after all this time, we have finally heard one. It's humbling. It's unsettling. And it's profoundly beautiful. Because in this moment, Voyager becomes more than metal and circuits. More than a relic of 1970s engineering. It becomes human curiosity made physical, our desire to explore given form and flung into the dark. And the dark answered back. Whether this is an ancient system, a wandering intelligence, a field-based consciousness, or something entirely beyond our categories, one truth is clear. We are not just observers of the universe anymore. We are participants. We are no longer shouting into the cosmic void, hoping for an echo. We are listening. We are being heard. And we are being answered. What comes next will define how we see ourselves. Not as a solitary species on a pale blue dot, but as one voice in a vast, interconnected cosmos, A cosmos rich with possibility, complexity, and maybe even companionship. So I'll ask you, what do you think? Is this truly the beginning of first contact? Has Voyager stepped into a dialogue older than our species? And if so, what responsibilities come with that? Share your thoughts below. Because these questions aren't just scientific, they're human. And your perspective matters. If this journey into the unknown sparked your imagination, hit like, subscribe, and stay with us as we continue to explore the edges of space, of science, and of everything we have yet to understand. Until next time, keep questioning, keep imagining, and keep watching the stars.